It's Friday! Good morning! How's everybody doing this Friday? Oh man, let's turn this audio down here. It's Friday. I hope everybody is having a great day today. I did an install today. It went perfect. Everything went smooth. So I'm like, woo! What a way to start a Friday morning off. Making money. That's the greatest thing we could do. But seriously, today, what we're going to be talking about is something that seems really strange and bizarre to actually talk about, but because it's graduation season, this is the perfect time to talk about it because there's a lot of balloon entertainers out there making graduation figures, and I've seen something out there, and I know I have fallen to it, and that's the sloppy graduation tassel. Now, you may be going, well, Dale, it's just a tassel, but it is a key thing. It is a key ingredient in making a sculpture. So, my name is Dale Obrochta. If you're new to this channel, do me a favor, click on the subscribe. I go live every Friday giving out tips, ideas, and things that could help you in the balloon community. So do me a favor, take the moment, click subscribe. I talk about balloon entertainment and the balloon industry in this channel. So if you like anything to do with balloons or entertainment, this is the channel you want to be. So click that subscribe. Be set because I'm here live on Fridays. Or if you're on Facebook, I'm on streaming live Wednesdays on Facebook. And I talk about what's going on in the environment, what's happening in our lives, what's happening in my lives. Also some of the balloon stuff there too. So either direction, feel free to follow me along. Make sure you click on that subscribe. So today is Friday. As you know, we're talking about tassels. Yes, these simple little tassels here. These graduation tassels. In fact, I actually have a couple of them that sit on. This is my wife's tassel. This is my tassel. Several years difference between the two. But I want to pull this out because I'm going to show you the tassel I made for years. And the tassel that is not, it's just not, it doesn't look good, folks. But I'm going to show it to you anyways. And I'm going to use these pale yellow balloons here to demonstrate. Now, what I typically do is I take about 4 balloons and I fold them in half. And then what I do is I looked at that and I folded it in half again. Taking another balloon, and I learned over the years that if I tie the nozzle end onto these balloons, the air gets inflated. I don't want to do that. The air gets trapped in there, and then I have air-filled tassel, which I don't want. I'm going to take and simply just tie a knot right in here. And this is what I have, this muck so far. Then what I do is I take a pair of scissors, and wherever there was a loop, I know there's somebody screaming, oh no, brand new balloon. Yes, this is what I do, take brand new balloons. Find them, cut. Find the other tips, which are, I just want to really cut off the nozzle ends. So I'm going to cut the nozzle ends off right here. And voila. This was the tassel I used to use for years. Now, I want to point something out here. Here's a tassel. Here's what a real one looks like. Now, I found a technique that works, and I'm going to show you actually in a picture right here. This was the install that I did this morning. And if you notice, this tassel, if you look right at the cap, right, where is she? I have to point this way. Right there, there's that tassel. I'm going to zoom in on it here. Let me zoom in on it. Whoop. Where is she? There she is. If you notice, the tassel hangs straight down. It doesn't stick out all over the place. You actually want to bring this down. So here's a technique to make this look like a real tassel. It doesn't take long. It's fairly simple to do. You need a couple tools. And first tool, If you're a balloon entertainer, done any balloon stuffing, putting lights in a balloon, you know exactly what the castrator, the balloon castrator is all about. Decor people all know about it. If you're brand new, it's a castrator. It's a bowl castrator. Yes, there's 1,001 jokes that we've heard over the years. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start very simply by taking 4 white balloons, and I'm going to fold it in half again. This time, that's all I'm going to do is fold it in half. I just want to find the halfway point. In fact, what I'm going to do now is, like I did before, I'm going to tie a knot to my other balloon. I'm simply going to tie a knot right into the center. So I'm going to take the balloons, tie my knot, and again, I'm starting at the opposite end of the nozzle. You notice now, because the balloons are longer, they hang down, but you get this huge gap, and it still looks really goofy. And I've tried everything to get a decent knot, and I've tried tying things around. Here's the trick. What keeps a nozzle, or excuse me, what keeps a tassel from expanding is this ridge right here. There's a couple things we could do to reproduce that. These little extra knobs that we've cut off, these little rings, if you take, and it takes a little work here, and it's going to be a little more work because I'm doing this up in the air here for you. I'm going to take a couple of these. And it's nice because if you look, see there's that little ridge there? You're actually creating a ridge. The more of these, the more you put on, the harder it is to expand. There we go. So now, finding my long one, making sure I don't pinch my fingers. Go down. Very carefully. It's easier if you do one at a time. I'm doing all 4 here. And what happens is, it's hit or miss when you do multiple. Do you notice how you get those nice little rings? I'm going to take this, and I'm going to move this over. Slide this down here. And look at that. I'm going to zoom in. Let me turn my light down. This is really bright here at the moment. Can you see that right there? Let me move off to the side. Let me get rid of that tassel. Tassel. You see how that now hangs nice and neat? And I've created that same look, that same ridging right here. Notice that. I've created that same look. Now, what you could do, if you want to go take this a step farther, you can also use, turn my light up just a little again here. You could use the around, snip off this part, and then use this part to help cover up the knot. Oh, what happened? My knot untied here. That's what happened here. Bad knot tying. How the heck does that happen? I didn't double knot it. There we go. And I have that. So to cover this up, I can do 2 things. I can use, in this example, I could use a larger 350, which, again, depending on how many balloons you stuff in here for your tassel. If you want to make it multicolor, you put multicolors in here and then use this to help cover this section up. I like to use just a longer segment of the balloon, and I'm going just to crop this off. So this is going to be the segment now, excuse me, that goes over the sheeting, fits on here, and then covers the rest up. Again, put this on my, a great little tool. I find that I use it for a lot of strange little things like this. Now see what happens is I'm going to have to really play around here. Very carefully slide this down. Push this down. Keep going. Again, the longer you have this, the more work it takes to get this down. You got to be careful because the side edges want to get caught and they'll tear through the balloon here, which is happening to me already. Let's see, pull this down. All right, there we go. I have it down. Stretch it out. Take my tassel. Now I want to make sure that when I put this on, I have the nozzle at this end because that's where I want that nozzle to go over that segment again, pushing everything in there. And then I have to very carefully pull things off here. This is always the tricky part, is getting things to slide off. And it just takes a little work to pull this. This is not a, I mean, we're stuffing a balloon inside of a balloon in theory here. Now, let me see if I can back it out slowly. I want to make sure I get that. There we go. See how I have it nice and covered now? I could take this, roll it back. It's caught over the knots. It's caught over those other nozzles in there. I just have to pull this back. There we go. Oh, I see what the problem is. I get too much. I have to slide this end up here. This is always fun doing stuff like this live, folks. Just a matter of playing, pulling, and stretching. There we go. There we go. Now clean up, hide that knot for that tassel. And let me turn the light down here again. And you can see right now, if the camera can focus in, that knot is now hidden with that covering of that balloon because it's right there. It goes through. If I actually give it a little air, you can see now it looks clean compared to that original tying of the knot. You know, which would you rather see? Again, folks, look at the difference. This is what I used to do for years. Now I do this tassel, a nice professional tassel. Now, what I do to clean things up, I just find a spot where my trusty scissors go with. Oh, I lost my scissors. Where was I running with my scissors? Oh, here they are. All right, cut it off. And all I did was I cut these very cleanly, smoothly, and voila, there we go. See, I now have a perfect tassel that I could hang from a graduation hat. Simple, easy. Again, what did I need? I needed to do this. I needed, what was it, 4 balloons? So if you're doing multicolor, think about maybe 4 to 6 to 8, depending on how many colors. I wouldn't go past 8 balloons because when you go past 8 balloons, it gets harder to build these ridges. And this adds a nice flavor. Again, look how this hangs. It hangs a lot nicer than the wacky doodle tassel. This reminds me of something that you put on Santa's hat. This is a graduation tassel, and you can see the difference just the way it hangs. And you get that professional look. So my name is Magical Balloon Doodle. I hope you do me a favor. Click on that subscribe button. Be part of my tribe. Follow me. I'm here every Friday. So stop out, be with me, learn something new, have fun, enjoy. Do me a favor. If you like this tip, leave me a comment. Better yet, let me know how this is going. All right? You guys have fun. Be safe. Have fun. Remember, don't forget to subscribe.